This is onion vinegar juice mixed with Jason's spit.
Wait.
Jason's spit in it? Ew, I think I see his particulates floating.
That seems oddly convoluted. Why did you? This is the worst. This is the worst. Hey, if we ever do this again, if we ever do this again,
It'll be my spit, yeah.
no. Let's keep other people's bodily fluids out of it. That'd be great.
Oh, no.
The more you think about it, the worse it's
Stop!
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game.
Hey guys, and welcome to GTLive, except not live. GT not live.
That's where that name comes from, in case you've been trying to put it together this whole time.
Wait, does that mean that GTLive is live?
What?
So basically what's happened is that Chris has found out that, you know what? The talk shows, the late night talk shows that you see on the trending tab all the time, have stolen all their formats from YouTubers, so it's time that some YouTubers steal back some of those late night formats!
Fallon!
Yeah! That is my war cry.
This is called Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts.
Ew.
And today...
So it's
Ew.
truth or dare?
It
truth or
sounds...
dare.
It sounds about as fun as it smells in here. It smells really bad, just by the way. Just to set the stage for this GT Not Live episode, everything you see here is just emanating these awful, awful smells that are just everywhere.
So I'm assuming since it's a truth or dare and I see these awful things in front of me, it means spill your guts is like truth. So you ask us a question that we either, like a difficult question, who was your first crush? Oh no, I don't want to say that. So then we go dare, but instead of dare, it's one of these foods?
Yes. Except here's how this is gonna work.
Yeah, okay, take me through it.
We have a bunch of gross foods down here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll take you through these really quick. We have, of course,
Here. I'll do the Rosanna Pansino like over the top.
over top here, we got Cheez Whiz, or Easy Cheese, which is like gross, but not too gross.
I've never had Cheez Whiz.
Well, maybe you'll like it. I wanted to have an option that was gross, but wasn't terrible for
Okay,
you.
great, next.
Then we have
Marmite.
Marmite, which is gross.
We got this for you. This was a present for you.
So wait,
Yeah,
it's
well,
not
I'm
even...
re-gifting it.
It's so this is not just Marmite. This is like months old Marmite because we got this quite a while back.
Yeah, I see that you haven't used a lot of that Marmite, Chris.
I have not.
It doesn't spoil, does it?
Okay,
All right.
next.
Next we have, oh, this is my personal favorite. This is this is onion vinegar juice mixed with Jason's spit.
Wait,
Jason's spit in it? Ew! I think I see his particulates floating.
that seems oddly convoluted. Why did you? Why couldn't it have just been like vinegar or something?
Because that's not gross enough.
Did you check that it's healthy for us to drink someone else's spit?
Right?
I mean, of course it's not.
Wait, is it? Should I be concerned? Like, can you get like
What diseases do you have, Jason?
cooties? He's got cooties.
Jason! God.
All right, okay,
right.
great. That's delightful.
Fine,
All right,
fine.
So I'm not. So I'm just answering truth to everything, right?
Okay,
and then
and
what are
then
these
this?
two?
This is kibble mixed with meatloaf seasoning powder and unsweetened iced tea.
What? Wait, when you say kibble,
I mean, like cat food,
Like
but like the hard, snacky kind of
so
cat food.
I might have to answer. Oh.
What again? Why is it so oddly specific and convoluted?
Because sometimes to be gross, you gotta get creative.
Wow.
Is this something that they've
He's-
done on the Corbin show?
Chris just took this.
I'm so
Like
confused.
he would just wanted to personally really invest in these.
Right. Well, it's just sorry. Like these are really
I might have to answer this question
Hold on.
actually because being pregnant, I think I
Yeah,
should
is this healthy
probably
for
be
you?
avoiding the cat food.
Sorry, yes, this is all gross and really weird and whatever. But like to me, I think the most confusing part of this is like you got two that's like Cheez Whiz and Marmite. Like very cut and dry, very easy, like you know. And then it's like, and then I can it's like your creativity just sparked halfway through creating this.
I'm
and you're
already
like, I've
sick.
got an idea.
Ugh.
It's mainly that the grocery store doesn't sell a lot of really gross stuff that's gross by itself, so you gotta...
Chris just wanted to take it up another notch.
Cheez Whiz and Marmite, you got nowhere else to go.
Ugh.
Fair
Okay.
enough. All right.
Okay.
So you just mix
Right.
things. Great. So wait, do you
Okay.
ask the questions? Do we ask the questions of
Yeah,
each other?
let's do this.
what
Let's just
happens
get the let's just do
Alright,
it.
So here we go. I'm gonna ask the questions. Before each question, one of you gets to choose what the other will have to eat if you fail to answer the question.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna ask an embarrassing question to one of you. The other one, before I ask that question, will say, hey, if this is too embarrassing for you to answer, you gotta eat a spoonful of Marmite. And then that person, once I ask the question, has to decide whether to eat that Marmite
Great.
or to answer.
All right.
Okay.
Let's just do
I'll
it.
go first with the choosing. How about that? I
Let's do it.
volunteer there.
Matt, you're up first. So, Stephanie, what will Matt be eating?
I will start with a spoonful of Marmite. You see, it's not totally the easiest one on the board, but we're not getting up into crazy, insane territory yet. I feel like I'm starting in the neutral zone.
Good. Well, I want the first question anyway, since, doing stuff like this has taught me that it only escalates from here.
All right.
Alrighty. I mean, we're gonna bounce all over to keep it interesting.
Okay.
Matthew, you've been paid to endorse several different products
Yes.
at the end of some game theory and film theory episodes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Which product that you've endorsed is your absolute least favorite, or one that you've never even used?
Oh, geez.
Oh,
that's easy.
Yeah, it's actually not hard.
Do you know which one it is?
No, I know which one I would choose.
I know which one I would choose.
Okay, we'll go for it.
Far and away, it was,
What was it? I'm curious where this is going.
I blocked it out of my memory, actually. It's
I know.
It's
I
Age
know.
of War.
I know what this is.
It's the Machine Zone game that was, not Age of War. It's they all have such generic names is the problem.
It was a mobile
Fire Age. It's not Age of Empires, obviously. It's this mobile. We did an episode dedicated to this mobile. Where in the middle of it, we dedicated it to a mobile game. God, what?
Clash of Kings?
No, it wasn't Clash. Right? That's how
This is
memorable.
the problem.
And the thing was like,
It was an okay game.
it's one of the dime a dozen mobile games, and it was one that like the episode itself wasn't really about the game so much as it was about this trend of MMORPGs dying and being supplanted in a lot of ways by mobile games.
And we were going to do that exact episode anyway. And then
Yeah.
it was like, oh, this mobile game wants to sponsor it. Great, no problem.
Yep. But then the
And we
audience
were
hated
literally
it.
going to do that
was.
exact episode, regardless of the sponsorship or anything. But we were just like, okay, great, someone wants to sponsor it. Awesome, fantastic. And then everyone hated it so much.
Yeah, because it was sponsored, people thought, oh, you're just saying this because it was sponsored. It was like, no, the data was showing me this, and it was an
Yeah.
episode that just fit in to an episode. Like, it was a sponsorship that fit into an episode that we were going to do anyway,
Yeah.
which is what most of the sponsorships we do entail a lot of times.
It's like
or
we already have an episode. We already
like,
have
oh, we're
this
sponsored
theory.
by Assassin's Creed or whatever, but I would have talked about Assassin's Creed anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, World of Tanks was one of those, or not World of Tanks, but the tank one that we
Yeah.
did a couple years ago. Like, everyone's
Which
like,
was
oh,
awesome.
you only found that the tanks were perfect because they were sponsored. It's like, no, I literally could not find anything wrong with the historical accuracy of those
Oh my
tanks.
gosh,
Anyway,
yeah.
long story short, the audience hated it. The game itself was, it was very mediocre,
Yeah.
and like, I felt comfortable talking about it because it's like, in the episode itself, I don't remember us being like, this is the best game ever. And the pitches that I sent to the brand around, like, what I wanted to say, they rejected multiple times until the whole thing was just a hot mess. But once you sign a contract, you're committed to it.
Yeah.
It was bad. So
I think that's a fair answer.
yeah.
All right, cool.
That was it.
Avoided the Marmite. Now, Matt, what will Stephanie have to eat if she doesn't answer the next question?
I'm gonna start
Ah.
off easy and go with the Cheez Whiz.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
That's very sweet.
Of course.
Oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
start off easy.
Your question wasn't all that easy. I
That
think
was a hard
that
one.
was a tough one.
That was
Okay.
awkward. That's an awkward one.
Oh, totally. I think that's the whole point of this. great.
God, Age of Fire? It drives me nuts that I can't remember.
Whatever.
And it was the most hated mobile game, too. Anyway.
Alrighty. So Stephanie, you're kind of the chief around here in many respects.
Wow!
Man.
Jeez.
Matthew himself
What am
pointed
I?
out the other day that, like, who's really paying us? Is it him or you? Like, let's be honest. If we need to suck up to somebody, it's probably you.
That's accurate.
So,
That's very true.
because you oversee...
That's why I gave her the Cheez Whiz.
Because you oversee so many people, who in the office is your least favorite employee?
Oh my gosh!
And who's
my
your
gosh.
favorite employee?
Oh my
no!
gosh! And I just want to point out,
They can hear.
that as we are filming this episode of GT Not Live, literally everyone we employ is within earshot of all of this episode, which makes it.
It also the fact that Chris is like so many people and this and that. Like,
Yeah, there are like 5 people, but they are all within like 20 feet of me right now. And that's the way it is. And that's the way I'd like to keep it, frankly. No, the thing is, I'm gonna have to go for the Cheez Whiz. I think that's like, first of all, there are a couple things I should say before going for the Cheez Whiz.
Really?
Which is
to
that
say stuff.
that is not an issue I think about or something that crosses my mind like ever. Honestly, if you only employ 5 people and you don't like one of them, what are you doing?
So there you go. That's your excuse. It's like, hey, Chris, you're my least favorite.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're the
You're also my
worst of the
favorite.
best.
That can't be true.
There's no. And also, there are so few
See, he
people.
wouldn't even believe you if you
There,
said that.
there are so few people that if you name one at the top and one at the bottom, then even the middle people feel crummy because they're like, well, what am I doing? Just hanging in this middle ground.
It's true. You
No.
literally make everyone angry at you.
So because it's something that I don't think about and I don't want to think about, I'm going Cheez Whiz.
Great, fantastic.
Okay.
Do I like squirt it into her mouth?
However you guys want to proceed.
Did you have a delivery system in mind with this?
It is
I think
a squirt can.
I think it should be direct from can.
Okay, great.
Okay, just
Don't- oh,
go.
okay.
Just
Light.
okay.
We'll do light here. Open up.
I don't think I've ever had Cheez Whiz either.
Dude, hold up. I just do this like I just do this like
Just
anything
point
else.
it toward your nostril and
It is
just let it rip.
pasteurized, which means it's pregnancy friendly.
safe.
Oh, just coming. Oh wow, that is awkward and strange. I thought it was gonna be more like a whipped cream.
Ooh.
It was more just like a string of
No.
cheese substitute. Really? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? No way! Is it really gross?
Even as someone who really likes cheese and does not mind sort of fake tasting cheese, this is really unpleasant.
Really?
So you know how when you eat a slice of American cheese,
Yeah.
I don't know if you ate slices of American
Yeah,
cheese as a
absolutely.
kid.
Nonstop.
I used to eat them all the time,
Yeah.
just straight.
It's weird that kids do that.
It's
'Cause I
very
did
much,
the exact same thing.
the taste is actually almost exactly the same as that.
Okay, that's
but
not bad.
the texture is even softer.
Ooh,
and it's just sort of
okay.
like-
So it's a texture thing. more
If
than
you
it is.
put that into the form of like the texture of pudding, but the flavor
pudding.
of American cheese, that is
Oh.
exactly what that is. Ugh.
Cheesy pudding,
Yeah.
the best. Okay,
Blah. All right. Woo. All right.
Alrighty.
my turn.
So I backed out of my first one. Holy cow.
What is Matthew gonna have to eat now that we're on to question
All right,
two
and
for him?
Marmite is off the table now, right?
Marmite isn't off the table because
Oh.
he didn't have to eat it.
Oh, okay. All
How many
right.
questions do we have to get through on this little live stream?
As many as we have time for.
Okay.
Great, so I should just stall.
No.
Good, we got, okay. Well, that was it for today. Man, what a fun episode of GT Live that was.
I'm gonna save the big guns for later. So I think I'm actually also going to go with the Cheez Whiz. I think you should also experience that
I'd be excited to
puddingy,
experience it.
cheesy goodness. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty, here we go.
Okay.
Ugh.
Hey, I'll throw any one of you under the bus.
Matt, you're a good person.
Oh, thanks.
And
That's sweet of you.
And we all realize that, who do you really think when someone's a good person? Their parents.
Uh-huh.
So, between your lovely parents, both of whom are lovely, I've met them both, great people.
They are great people.
Which one is your favorite?
Here, just
Cheese me! Cheese me!
Just
Cheese me! You can't
Would you like to say any words?
so mean!
Would you like to say any words before I just shower you with Cheez Whiz?
Man, how can you choose a favorite between, like, you know, when both are so amazing and great?
How do you choose between two equally magnificent diamonds?
Right? I was gonna say, how do you choose between Christmas and a future year's Christmas? I don't know. I was trying to think of like two good holidays.
But here's the question: will they watch this episode of GTLive?
I thought about that actually. I was wondering if they would actually
You're like,
watch
can
it.
I get away with this?
I thought about it.
Which means
I
you
can't
have
run that risk.
Which means you have an answer. Because here's the thing, like, again, for the last question, I was like, I don't really have an answer for this, but the fact that you're like, oh, if they're not gonna watch this episode, I can answer it.
Steph totally has an answer, I guarantee it.
The thing is,
you have to, like, you can't not come up with an answer. This isn't like, this isn't RuPaul's best friend race, Stephanie. You have to answer.
Okay.
So I will not, because, you know, both to choose one is better than the other.
That
It would
seems awful.
undervalue, like, you're ranking two people, and it would undervalue the contributions that one would have over the other. And
Right.
like,
I really wouldn't want my like this kid to do that to us
yeah,
either.
in an either or situation,
Send
like,
out some good karma. Don't do that.
yeah, like the placement could be like this, or there could be certain factors or whatever. But when you're saying like it's a binary decision, it makes it seem much more like this, which is not the way to go. So, cheese me,
All right.
whiz, gee whiz. It's very,
It is really difficult.
It's very,
Hold on.
yeah. You gotta really crank down
I'm
on
just
it.
gonna really.
Okay, fine.
Right? It's even less pleasant than you think it'll be.
Oh,
Oh, why are you chewing it? Ooh.
What do you want me to do?
You're
Like,
just
swallow
bathing
it
your
whole?
teeth in it. All right. So this one is out of play at this point.
It is out of play.
All right.
Alrighty, so
We're
It does
stuck.
ta-
We're stuck
it
with
does
the really
taste like American
crummy
cheese
stuff.
pudding. It's
Yeah.
not as bad as Stephanie was making it out to be, but
I think it was pretty.
texturally it's
Yicky.
weird.
All right.
Especially when shot directly in her mouth. But as someone who's not, yeah. Oh, all right. It's just a lot of it. And it's just globby in there. All right. So,
All right.
Next.
Matthew, what would Stephanie have to munch on if she refuses to answer this?
I'm gonna go cat food. Sorry, I'm going there. Like, I feel like we've wasted, or not wasted, I feel like we've stalled a lot in this live stream.
All right. Let's do
If
it.
we're gonna go to cat
Let's
food.
buckle down.
Alrighty.
Ramping it all the way up
Or
to
who
cat
knows,
food.
maybe it'll incentivize you to actually say the truth about the people in your life.
We'll see.
Like ranking my parents. All right. Great.
Alrighty.
Oh, it's still stuck in my
So
teeth, but it's so gooey.
Speaking of ranking, Stephanie, if you would, please rank the following YouTubers from best to worst.
Best in terms of quality of content, or
That's for you to decide.
as human beings?
All right. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Liza Koshy,
Okay.
Christine from Simply Nailogical,
Okay.
Ian from Smosh,
Okay.
and Vsauce.
Ooh. Oh. So okay. None of these are like super low rankers, just in general. Okay. Best. So I have to go with a mix of personal experience and what I know about their content.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
those are going to be the criteria that I rank people on.
It's a tricky question because the types of content they produce
Very
are so
different.
vastly different. You have Ian,
Very
who does, again, for those of you who don't know, right? Like Ian and Smosh, like scripted comedy stuff.
Yep.
You have Vsauce, which is like heavily scripted science, you know, and
Yep.
edutainment stuff. You have Christine, who's doing her, you know, not improv, but like her nail tutorial videos, which are very different. And then who is number 4?
Number 4 was
Oh, Liza Koshy.
Liza Koshy.
Who's again,
Liza Koshy.
like kind of just like improv comedy
right.
slash
So
punny stuff.
I mean, I have my answer.
Okay.
I can totally do this one.
Great.
I can
All
totally
right.
do this one.
Easy.
s-
You're just avoiding the cat food.
Oh, so I don't think I should eat that.
I do wonder, is it
I'm
safe
like
for
7.5 months pregnant. I should
Stephanie able
not
to
eat that. Anyway, so,
Like, anyway.
and wait, which Vsauce was it? Is it Michael from
Michael.
Vsauce or
Vsauce won.
okay? So rank number 1, and again, what I'm ranking here on is
caveat.
do I know that this is not only a person I like whose content I respect, because I respect all of them, but is this a person I respect as well?
Ooh, person.
And if I know them personally, they're just going to rank higher because I know them. So
Girl.
Vsauce and Ian are going to be at the top.
Yeah, but
Because
yeah,
of that.
no,
One
no.
and two or two
Yeah,
and one?
No, I'm getting so.
I see the sidestepping going.
Right,
on.
she's doing the like let me avoid the question.
Ian from Smosh, number 1.
Ooh.
I know him. He's a really nice person in general. He's really supportive of other creators around him, and he was revolutionary for his time as a creator.
Whoa.
I don't watch a lot of Smosh content now, but I do know his history.
He was a pioneer.
And being an entrepreneur on YouTube wasn't a thing.
Yep.
He and Anthony were one of the very first people to do something entrepreneurial with YouTube, and it's really impressive.
Great.
Second would be Michael from Vsauce.
Dos.
We know him. He's great. He's really smart. I respect him because he's one of the other few creators who I think does really good educational and entertaining content on YouTube. Third would be Liza Koshy. She's made like a huge splash. Just in general, I like her content. I actually watch it. She's one of the Gen 4 YouTubers who I actually really enjoy watching. And she's doing some really cool stuff beyond YouTube. I think she's just got cool potential. And she loaned me her badge at Brandcast last year. That was really cool of her.
That was really cool.
That
of her.
was awesome. And then last, just because I know the least about her, would be Christine from Simply Nailogical.
No, I wish you could have done
I
it.
watch a ton of Simply Nailogical. I'm just throwing that
It
out
is.
there.
That's one of the channels that we watch the most. at this
I
point.
watch like Simply Nailogical religiously. I also love T. I really like the way that her inflection sounds a lot like PewDiePie's.
She just did her New York subway tutorial.
Yeah,
video.
exactly. We just watched her nail art on the New York subway, and
I just met
she's
her
great,
in
but
person actually not too long ago.
Right.
We bonded over Canadian standardized testing.
I shared an elevator with her at VidCon last year. I'm sure she's lovely, but I just don't know very much about her. So that's where that ranking sits.
Shots fired. So basically,
There were like
Shots
zero
fired.
shots
there
fired
were all
anywhere.
the shots. All the shots were fired there.
So that's my ranking. There it is.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
I skirted around the cat food.
I would have done that one.
What does Matt have to eat though now for his?
Oh, he's totally going Jason's.
No, come on.
Let me just
Oh,
mix
look,
it
it's
up.
picking up.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's totally picking up in there. Oh, great. Awesome.
Alrighty, Matt. This is gonna be the final question.
Oh, really?
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You are a pretty big deal, some might say. You've been a guest on a couple of big YouTube shows.
That's sweet of you. Thank you.
So
Wait, hold up. I have to answer one more question than Stephanie does?
Yes.
Damn it! God. That seems
So,
unfair.
You've been on shows like Nerdy Nummies with Rosanna Pansino.
Correct.
Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link.
Correct.
Random Encounters with AJ and Peter.
Yep.
Between those three,
Just those three?
who's the worst host?
The worst host?
Which guest experience on those shows was the worst?
He was also just on Mamrie and Grace's
Yeah,
show
I was on Mamrie and
too.
Grace.
You
What
know,
about them?
exclude
Not in the
them.
list.
What about...
He's done collabs with Jay Witz,
Yeah,
Peanut Butter Gamer,
yeah, PBG,
Captain
Captain Sparkles.
I didn't
Kevin
ask
Sparkles.
about any of
Oh,
those.
Yeah, why
Captain
didn't
Sparkles.
you? You know why you didn't? Because you didn't know. You didn't look back that far in our video history.
Oh, sure. When I look back too far for games, it's not trendy enough. But if I keep it recent, all of a sudden now it's not far enough.
I was in an iDubbbz 2 video. Thank you very much. He made fun of game theory by stopping me when I said gay theory. It was great. Delightful.
Funny.
It was a very brief cameo.
I'm glad he was a good host, but I'm asking about who's a bad one.
Oh, woo, woo.
I don't.
Jason's spit is just looming here.
You watered it down, right? Like there's no. This isn't all Jason. What was it? It was onion juice and
Onion vinegar juice.
vinegar.
It's Jason's DNA just cuddling
Onion
with
vinegar.
you.
It's onion. It's onion vinegar juice
And spit.
And spit.
How much spit are we
Yeah,
talking?
how like
Did he
you could
really
get a sense
hawk
of,
it up,
was it loogie spit?
Or is it just like a
doesn't look like it was,
you know?
It was clear spit, the good, some pure saliva.
Okay. No loogies. That's good.
who do I throw under the bus? Oh, I can't do it.
No.
I want.
No, you can't. You can't do it.
I can't do it. Because it's like a professional courtesy. That's the thing. Like, and I don't want people getting the wrong idea. Again, it's that idea of like I don't want people getting the wrong idea.
You would never want someone to say that about you either. Even if you were lovely. And actually, I don't think any of those people are bad hosts.
Right, that's the thing.
The thing.
It's like
You'd be picking from people who are professional hosts.
Yeah.
And they are successful because they're good at it.
Right,
So,
and then the internet twists it, and it's like, oh, MatPat said you were the worst host. And it's like, no, you guys are lovely.
just spit it down, man.
I don't have to drink the whole thing, right?
Oh no, just a nice
just a
sizable
good-
sip.
Yeah, just a little swig. Swig it out.
This is the worst. Hey, if we ever do this again, if we ever do this again,
It'll be my spit, yeah.
no. let's keep other people's bodily fluids out of it. That'd be great.
Oh. No.
The more you think about it, the worse it's
Stop!
Good work. Good job. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. 3, 2, 1, down.
Oh, God. I mean, on the plus side, the spit doesn't taste like anything. Like, you don't even know what's in there, because it's all just
It's just nice
Onion.
and vinegary.
and
Oniony.
it's more oniony than vinegary, which is unfortunate. Oh, because I like vinegar.
Oh man.
Oh.
As Matthew weeps, we'll
So
wrap up
too
this episode of GT.
Do the viewers of the stream weep, because we have to bring it to a close. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
It's
job.
Truth or Dare,
Good job getting that down.
James Corden edition, aka, what is it, Fill Your Guts or Spill Your Guts?
Yes, it's the opposite of that.
This
but-
was tough. These were really mean questions.
They are pretty
Really
mean questions.
mean.
Yeah, this was an anti-fun live stream. After this, Chris might be my least favorite employee because he thought it was a good idea
Now I
to
can
put
actually
bodily
answer
fluids.
that question.
Right?
Chris, ranking on the bottom.
So anyway, that's it for today. We'll be back with either another GT Live or not live. Who knows what it's gonna be? You will when you find out if it's uploaded, and if you've subscribed to the channel, ring that
Ooh,
bell.
which you should do, and ring the little bell.
Oh,
Ding,
now if
ding,
you'll
ding.
excuse me, I'm gonna go have my stomach pumped and get Jason checked for like rabies.
Oh yeah, we gotta run a whole battery on Jason now.
All right.
This is a big problem.
So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, that wasn't a stream.
Nope.
It wasn't live, and it wasn't a stream. Thanks for watching.
Bye.